I'm back.
You know, I love the way that body's sitting up. Yeah, there's a reason she walk like this. She walk like this. Had to send a video. She don't edit her pics. She work for it. She on her shit. And when she walking by, yeah, I know the truth is. I wanna know how she get that sad like that. How she get that sad like that. I wanna know how she get that sad like that. That's like that. Yeah, yeah. With them everyday squats, making shit pop. Never had them sex shots, but she takes shots. I wanna know how she get that sad like that. That's sad like that. Yeah. When I see her, I know that she earned that shit, treating calories like we. Yeah, she burn that shit. Shout out to her.
No, but seriously. Hey, hi, hello, I'm back. As you can see by the title, this video today is all about sickle cell. Well, it is. Where it comes from and all of that good stuff. Well, not good stuff, but all of that stuff, if you don't know. Before I begin, got my notes here, so if you see me looking down, I'm just make sure I've covered everything in that segment of the video. Okay. Just a warning, it's going to be a long one, so grab a cuppa, get some biscuits, packet of crisps, you know, the lot. Before I get into the video, I have got something that I need to say. I know I'm going to get a few people, could be loads, could be a few, could be none, but no, actually I believe there's going to be a few. People that aren't going to agree with me, that aren't going to like what I'm saying, and that's okay. You don't have to agree with me, you don't have to like what I'm saying, but I'm talking the truth, and it's as simple as that. I'm a very honest person. I can't help but be honest. So yeah, I know I'm going to have a few people that are going to not like me for what I'm saying, think that, you know, I'm out of order for saying it. Well, that's fine, you can think that. I don't care, because like I said, I'm talking the truth. So, the first bit of the video that I want to talk about is obviously what's going on today, what's going on in the media, what's going on with the George Floyd situation and the Black Lives Matter movement, and this whole brother sisterhood unity. Now, I am all for it. Like, yes, finally we're coming together, we're starting to move as one, and the people of other races that don't see the struggle that some of our brothers and sisters have to go through are now seeing it and are standing up with us. So listen, I'm all for it, and I do pray to God that this is not just because it's trending now and it sticks, do you know what I mean? And like, this whole journey that we're all on is a new beginning for our children that are going to grow up in this world. I've got two. I've got a boy and a girl, and I get scared, especially for my son. Like, he's a black boy living in this society, and all this shit going on, being stereotyped and not being able to get the same privileges as somebody else, and then his name alone on any form, they're gonna know he's black. So I pray to God that this sticks. I pray to God that the changes that we're seeing continue, and you know, it's finally laid to rest. Like, I do pray to God that it is, but there's a big but. We need to educate ourselves. We really do need to educate ourselves, because again, I live with sickle cell, and if you didn't know, sickle cell is a predominantly black disease, yeah, and there's people out there black people out there, sorry, that haven't got a clue. They don't have a clue what sickle cell is, but yet still they're here for their black brothers and sisters. But yet still they're fighting for their black brothers and sisters. But you can't fight for your black brothers and sisters that have sickle cell and that need you. And when I say need you, like, we need you, not that you have to buy anything from us. Hell no. No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about raising awareness, teaching people about sickle cell. Like, there could be someone out there that friggin' is a scientist, has no clue about sickle cell, and then finds out about it and decides to try and find a cure for it, and does find a cure. Do you know what I mean? And then sickle cell can be extinct. Because if you didn't know, sickle cell is a life-threatening disease. In my eyes and a number of other people's eyes, it's up there like cancer. It is a life-threatening disease. I could die at any point. I have a crisis. Any crisis, no matter how big or small that crisis may be, I could die from it. And I have crisis a lot. And I know a number of other sickle cell warriors that have crisis a lot as well. So, I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed at the fact that it's all about, you know, we need to stand together, we need each other now, when us sickle cell warriors have needed you from the beginning of time. Like I said, I didn't finish, like, for like raising awareness, number one, and then number two, black donors. Like, if you're healthy and able to donate blood, donate. Like, we need it. And I'm not saying we need it because, you know, I'm being dramatic. No, we generally do. There's sickle cell warriors that have to have blood transfusions every month. Exchange transfusions every month. That's blood every month that's needed. We're black. It's not, we can't have any in every blood, you know. Like, it's not, we can't. And we need blood all the time. I've needed blood a number of times. I am so thankful for all the black donors that have donated blood, because it's helped me, saved my life a number of times, and I know that it's saved a number of my sickle cell brothers and sisters' lives. It has. It saved our lives. Like, we need shit. If we don't have it, then again, we can die. It's as simple as that. If we have to have an operation, we have to have an exchange transfusion. An exchange transfusion is roughly 3 to 4 bags of blood at a time. And that's where they change all your blood. They exchange all your blood for fresh blood that hasn't got any sickled blood cells in it. So that, you know, we survive that operation. So it's like, because without that exchange transfusion, we can die. In any operation, it's more of a chance that we will die. So that exchange transfusion is keeping us alive. It's helping us. As well as a blood transfusion. When we get ill, sometimes we need blood. It could be 1 bag, 2 bags, but we need it. And in order to have blood, we need black donors. So yeah, like I said, I'm all for the Black Lives Matter. I'm all for this whole movement, this unity, like, and I pray to God, like I said, that it sticks and it gets better. And it's not just trending in and something that's going to come along and we'll all forget about it. I pray to God that it's not that, because that is what it has been in the past a number of times. So I'm here for it. Like, sickle cell warriors have needed you, like, all the way through. And then, like I said, it's not anything that we need. It doesn't cost you anything. There's plenty of times, like on World Sickle Cell Day and Sickle Cell Month, which is September, where I have reposted or posted things about sickle cell on those days. Even if it's not this day or it's not that month, I will post about sickle cell throughout the year, not all the time, because I know it can get jarring, it can get yeah, I know it can get jarring, it can get annoying seeing the same thing over and over and over and over again. But I post about it, and I'm telling you, there's a handful of people that will repost. that will repost. Now, I've got quite a few followers. No, I don't have a massive following. No, I'm not up in the game like that. My point is, we're all about Black Lives Matter, but you can't repost on your stories. I don't get it. You can't share it so that somebody else can learn. You can't share it to raise awareness, help raise awareness, help find a cure. Do you know what I mean? Like I said, it's annoying. Sorry, mother duties and all. Yeah, so that's what I wanted to say. Like, don't sing Black Lives Matter and not educate yourself on the things that affect black people and only black people, i.e. sickle cell. It's a predominantly black disease. Why? I don't see half of the people on my following sharing anything that I put on there about sickle cell. And like I said, that could be, I put something out on my story, and then let's say Tom sees it, Tom shares it. Then Chanel sees it, Chanel shares it. But when Chanel shared it, 4 other people have seen it and thought, oh, what is that? Let me research it. And then they're now educated. Then those 4 people go and tell 8 other people. Do you understand? And that's how it gets known. And then the next thing you know, there's a scientist that's out there that could be a black scientist, who knows, that is like, I'm going to try and find a cure. And then that's how we find a cure. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, there's people out there that don't know what they can do to help with the whole Black Lives Matter movement. There's people out there that can't afford to support black businesses, which is cool, which is fine. Find your nearest blood donating bank and donate blood, or repost about sickle cell on your stories. I mean, it's not just about the businesses, it isn't. But yeah, that's what I wanted to say. I know there's going to be a few people that are going to be annoyed with what I've said, but like I said, I'm talking the truth, and the truth hurts sometimes. But anyway, let's get into the video then. So, what is sickle cell? Sickle cell is the most common hereditary disease in the world, and not a lot of people know about it. So yeah, it affects black, Asian, black, Mediterranean and Asian people. With Asian people though, they can either get sickle cell or they can get thalassemia, which is basically sickle cell's sister, cousin, whatever you want to call it. Very close to sickle cell but very different at the same time. I'm not talking about thalassemia today. Today's video is literally just about sickle cell. I can talk about thalassemia if that's what you want me to do. So if you do want me to talk about thalassemia and do a video on that, just leave a comment below, let me know below, or DM me on one of my socials or whatever, and I will do that, no problem. So there's a few different types of sickle cell. So there is SC, which is, they say, is the most common, but not as bad. Then there is SS, which is the more severe one. And then there is sickle beta thal, which is sickle cell and thalassemia together, and then thalassemia. I've grew up thinking I'd had SS all my life, and then it wasn't till 2016 that I was made aware that I have sickle beta thal. That's because I am quarter Asian. So how I got sickle cell is, my dad has sickle cell trait, my mom has thalassemia trait. Put them together and you make me. Yeah, you make me. So it was only 2016 when I found out that I had sickle cell, which is absolutely crazy. Sickle cell is not contagious. You cannot wake up one day being 27 and just wake up with sickle cell. No, it isn't possible. No, you have to inherit it from your parents. So obviously I have sickle cell. I've got 2 children. Their dad hasn't got any form of sickle cell at all. He's what they class as AA. And I am obviously, I thought I was SS. Yeah. And I'm, well, sickle cell, but let's just say SS, yeah? Because that's what I've thought all my life. And my kids have inherited an S from me and an A from their dad, so they have the trait. They don't have the full blown, and they will never have the full blown. But then it depends on who they have children with. That she died. So yeah, it depends on who they have children with. If they have children with someone that is AA, then it's less likely that their children will have the trait, because it will be 3 AAs. Do you know what? I'm just going to insert a picture here, and so you can see it, because I know talking and trying to explain that can be confusing. So I'll put the picture up here while I'm talking, and then you can see what I'm talking about, see what I mean. And let me just go over the trait just quickly. So sickle cell trait, you can either have an S trait or you can have a C trait. They always say that anybody with sickle cell trait, they won't have any symptoms of somebody that has sickle cell would have. That's a lie. Because this is why I say it's a lie. If you have the C trait, it's more unlikely. If you has the S trait, my eggs have the S trait. It's not common, but they can have a crisis in their life. They can have complications. Not, like I said, not as bad as somebody with full blown, but it's still a possibility. Because the S trait is stronger, they say. And my eggs have both got the S trait. I believe that when my son was 5, he had a suicide crisis. Yeah, in his legs. It didn't last long at all. It was about, I think it was a couple of days, about 2 days. It came out of nowhere. He had all of the symptoms that I have. He was uncomfortable. He didn't have a temperature at all. There was no sickness, no nothing. And I remember he was like literally in pain with his legs, and he was crying. And me and his dad just didn't understand what was going on, because, you know, he's too young to have growing pains. That happens when you're a preteen. He didn't knock himself, he didn't bang himself. Obviously he's a little boy, so, you know, they're gonna be boisterous, but he didn't do anything like that. He was at home the past few days, so it was a bit weird. And then when we gave him some Calpol, some Nurofen or whatever, Calpol or Nurofen, whichever one it was, and that started to help. And then we started to massage, that started to help. And then when we stopped massaging, it was like, oh, it's hurting, it's hurting, it's hurting again. And then when we gave him a hot water bottle, put heat on it, put him in the bath, he said that helped as well. Again, so it was all the signs that I have when I'm in crisis. So we believe that it was a crisis. It lasted a few days, and then it was gone, and it was perfectly fine. And there's nothing that we can pinpoint to say, yeah, it was that, other than it was a crisis. So I do believe that that's what it was. So if you have the trait and it is the S trait, I know a lot of people that say that they have the trait of sickle cell, and when I say, all right, what trait do you have? Is it S or C? And they look at me like, what the hell are you talking about? What are you talking about? And I'm like, you need to find out. Just find out if it's the S or the C, so you know for yourself. It's all fine and dandy knowing you've got the trait, but what trait is it? yeah, so find out if you've got the trait, find out what trait you have. It's easy, simple blood test that can be taken. You can request it at your doctors and they'll do it. Yeah, so let's get back into sickle cell. Yeah, so like I was saying, my eggs have the trait. Okay, I call my children my eggs. So if you hear me saying my eggs, I'm referring to my children. It's just what I call them, what I've always called them. Or my little humans. Don't ask. But yeah, so my eggs have the trait. Yeah, so sickle cell is a life-threatening disease, just like cancer is. The only difference is with some cancers, you know, you can beat them, you can fight it, and you know, it can go away. And in some cases, it goes away and it could never come back. Whereas with sickle cell, there is no fighting and it going away. Like, it's here. That's it. There is a cure, but we'll get into that later. I personally believe that, you know, sickle cell doesn't have the support that it does, because it is a black disease. There is no support for sickle cell, and if there is support, it's from sickle cell warriors. It's from us. It's not like from somebody that hasn't got it, which again is disheartening. It's horrible. I hate it. And then when you are trying to raise awareness, you don't get anybody reposting. You might get the odd few questions, but that's it. You don't get people reposting it. You don't get people supporting it. You don't get none of that. Like, there was a sickle cell ball a few years ago that I went to. I am a dance teacher as well, which is another side of me. And my dancers got invited. Well, I was asked to attend, and then I was also asked for my dancers to perform. Again, love my dancers. We was on break at the time, so I picked literally a handful of my old dancers from years ago to do the performance for me. And we went there, and I kid you not, there was 10 tables of 10 people, and I kid you not, including me, I brought 1, 2, 3, 4, I think it was 4 or 5 dancers I brought, as well as me, my mom, my dad. With all of us, including the rest of the people that were there, and including the DJ. If it was all to sit on a few tables, it would be about 2.5 tables out of 10 tables. Where's the support? And I'm only telling you this because I need you to understand, like, there is no support unless it's us that have sickle cell. There is no support, and I think that it's absolutely shocking and it's disgusting, if I'm honest, especially with this whole Black Lives Matter movement, which I've said before. So yeah, anyway, sickle cell affects your red blood cells. I'm going to insert another picture here while I'm just talking. Somebody without sickle cells, red blood cells, will be round, juicy, plump, great. They last 120 days. Your red blood cells, if you didn't know already, they carry oxygen around your body to your organs and all of that stuff. So somebody with sickle cells, red blood cells, are deformed. They're shaped like a sickle, like the farmer's tool. If you don't know, I'll insert it here. That's where sickle cell gets its name from. Or what a lot of people say is like a crescent moon. Easiest way to explain it. Because they're deformed and they're shaped like that, they are stiff, they're sticky, and they get trapped carrying oxygen around your body. And then when they are carrying oxygen around your body and it gets trapped, wherever it gets trapped and there's, like, you know, a clump of them together, that area isn't getting any oxygen, which then causes pain. They say there is a cure for sickle cell, which is a bone marrow transplant, but it's a 50% chance that you'll come out of the operation. So in my eyes, it's not worth it. In other studies, America and I think it's America and France have found cures by a stem cell transplant. I've seen a lot about them on like Facebook, the news things, but I don't know how true that is. A few years ago there was a petition to bring over a stem cell transplant over here to the UK, and obviously the government denied it. I don't know how true they are because I haven't researched into a stem cell transplant, and the reason why I haven't researched into it is because I signed the petition, I was reposting it every day, and then we didn't get enough signatures and it just burst my bubble basically. So yeah, that's my bad. I lost motivation for it, and I should research it, to be honest. But you know, when you just know when that they ain't gonna bring it over here, so what's the point? So the big one, what complications can you get from sickle cell? So, prone to strokes, prone to heart attacks, prone to liver failure, enlarged liver, enlarged spleen, vascular necrosis, autoimmune hemolytic anemia, going blind, gallstones, jaundice, delayed puberty, stunting of growth, which is me because I'm tiny, and my sickle cell has stunted my growth. I had the delayed puberty as well, weight gain, weight loss, struggle with maintaining your weight, organ failure, acute chest syndrome, organ damage, pneumonia, psychosocial issues as well, and that being social, emotional and academic, prone to blood clots as well, yeah, plus many more, but those are a few complications that we have that we can get. So when your blood is going through your body and they get stuck in your blood vessels, your veins and so forth, and it creates a little clump, that area is deprived of oxygen. That episode of pain is called a crisis. Right, so if you've made it this far, then I just want to say thank you for tuning in. Thank you for making it this far. Hope you've enjoyed it. Let me know what you want to see from me. Let me know what you want, what type of videos you'd like me to do next. Hope you're all well. Hope you're all safe. I hope I've taught you something today and you've taken something from this. I hope you've taken something from this video. Again, like I said in the beginning, raising awareness is key. Please like, subscribe, comment, share, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.
This is my song for 2004, and I ain't gonna mess up no more. And it's like I forgot your gift on 02-14-03. So sorry.
Oh shit. Let's go. I'm recording! Yeah, I've pressed record, but I can cut it all out. I can edit it all out. Okay. Yeah, right, so. You're okay. You're alright.
I'm sorry, but
It's alright, it's alright. It affects Black, Mediterranean and Asian people. Can you be quiet out there? Whisper. Got an itch, got an itch, got an itch. Yeah, right. So, let's get into the video. Let's get into it. let's get into the video then, shall we? Can't remember what I was saying, but yeah. Can you be quiet?
I'm trying. The water's loud.
No, it's not even the water. Like, I'm hearing dum 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 dum.
I'm not doing dum 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 dum.
You are?
That's how loud she's going. Dum 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 dum.
No, Mom.
Anyway, can you get out? I need to finish. I'm on page 1 and I've got like
Please
4
answer our
pages to go.
questions. Those are questions.
No, your question. I haven't even got to the questions yet. Somebody with sickle cell, somebody with